There you go. The art of silence. Okay, the third phase you're going to go through is your first awakening. It's usually in your mid-30s. You've gone through the process of the first couple of chapters, who you are, what your skills are, where your job career goes. By 35, 9 times out of 10, 7 times out of 10, you'll be married. You're most likely going to have some kids, especially if you're born in my era. That certainly may well have changed a bit by now. But that first awakening, that there is something more. For me, really, didn't swing until this third phase. I'd certainly had a belief in the spirit world, and I'd seen my father had woken me up 2 days after he died and sat on my bed in the middle of the night. So I was always sort of very open, but I've mentioned before, religion lost me when I was quite young. The talks of some dude providing miracles. I didn't have any understanding of frequency, energy, and vibration, and what the human was absolutely capable of. So it was just dismissed. But it's the awakening is going to come in some way to show you that there is more, and everybody's journey is going to be the same, because everybody's God talks to them in their own unique way to help them to grow on their journey. For me, being a chronic reader, just a couple of things that happened, and I was in a pretty ordinary, space, having ticked all the boxes and done the corporate world, and wife and kid and house and career, and still there was no satisfaction. There was a yearning that there was something, I don't know, something missing. By my mid-30s, I was well over 90 kilos. I was, Jesus, 12, 15 kilos overweight, going through processes, job I didn't like, a marriage that had sort of run its course. And there was an actually employee of mine who gave me a book, a very simple book called The Celestine Prophecy, Spirituality 101. And it's a great little read, and I recommend it to anybody on the path. It's a story, but it plants the ideas that you've been here before. You chose your parents, you chose your place of birth, you chose your physical vessel, you chose your core abilities and the lessons and the things that you wanted to achieve in this life. It's a story of these search for these ancient manuscripts. And, I devoured that, and that just opened a door for me. And just, I couldn't stop reading, man. From there, simple spiritual texts. The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho, short but an amazing parable. The Way of the Peaceful Warrior. These are old ancient texts that, not ancient, but they're probably ancient to millennials, but they're full of absolute truths. There's a great series from Neale Donald Walsch called Conversations with God. The guy just got so angry and started just ranting onto a yellow notepad, and then sort of voice answered, and he just wrote back the answers. And again, you don't have to believe it's true, but the body knows when there's something out of the normal. You get goosebumps, your skin will prickle. Something otherworldly is happening, and is in process. And once you have that first understanding that you're actually in control, not only are you the main actor in the film, you're the producer, you're the director, you're the props guy, the storyboarder, and the star of the show. And it's going to proceed along those lines. That's why in in my book that you can get at the Sourceway, describing the spoken world, this is one part that's absolutely imperative, is your self-talk. Walk around saying, I never have any luck, or this always happens to me, or, you know, these are commands, and you're going to get more of the same. When people say, why does God give, bad things to good people? Well, generally because subconsciously or unconsciously, they've ordered them into their world with their speech. And these are all little facets, a part of this first phase of awakening. That you're far more in control of your body than you are led to believe. You can heal things. We only use 6% of our brain. There is so much untapped within us that you can access, and you've got to do it through meditation and contemplation and time in nature. Obviously eat well, exercise, all those simple, basic things. But I tell you, there's so many people I see that just dedicate to the gym, and they might be huge and muscle bound, but that's all they've got. Bill Hicks used to do a sketch on it. I'm not enough. I'm not enough. I'm not enough. Nonsense. You're absolutely perfect as you are right now. There's nothing you have to do. You've just got to be the best version of you that you can be. And every day you've got to look to improve yourself on the day before. That's why checking in and having a monthly goal list is highly important, because once this little first awakening trickles into you that there is more and God is working through you for you, your world's going to change. And from that moment, you either go back in your box and resign yourself to 3D, that it's all woo-woo and nonsense, or you open your heart and you open your mind and you test God. Neil Donald Walsh speaks about that. Do it next time you go you're in a parking lot and it's absolutely chock-a-block. If you doubt, just ask the universe, as you approach, I want a parking spot instantly, and just see how quickly that these things happen. It is an amazing process, the growth of the human, and that first awakening is going to lead to another one, and plenty much more in the last two chapters of your life. But it really gets going in your mid 30s. There you go, video 3. I'll do another chapter from the book later, but there's me for today. Big love. Stay well. Be blessed. Love you all.